29 minutes on to 7 o'clock. I come with Jesus. Yeah, that's who has me alive. You understand? No matter how murky and how rough the water gets, he keeps me going. Good morning, good morning, good morning, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I hope you're having a wonderful morning thus far. You're alive. You might not be well, but you're alive. Most important, once there is life, there is hope. Good morning to you, Vicklin Thomas, out there in Snail Hall in St. Patrick. How are you doing this morning, Vicky? Hope you're doing better. The folks inside of La Poterie in St. Andrew, the family in mourning. I mourn with you, right? Yeah, I mourn with you. I really don't like, making mention of it, but, it's indeed a sad one. Parents are not supposed to bury their children, No, it's a sad one. I remembered, having that, that scenario a couple of years back when my firstborn lost his life, but, life continues. So good morning to you, whatever you're going through. I want you to know that it has an expiration date. It cannot last forever. So all that is required of you is just to hold on a little longer, right? I don't know if you ever heard your grandparents saying the longest road has an end, the longest prayer has an amen. Yeah. Have you ever been to church and, they ask someone to pray and that person just keep on praying and praying and praying, and sometimes you get fed up, oh gosh, well, he ain't finishing, because they keep repeating and repeating the same thing over, and you're standing and you want to sit and so why can't he finish? Why? Even for prayers, right? But one thing is for certain, that person must say amen. It must end, all right? Good morning to the folks inside of Lamode in St. George, Mr. Gad Williams and family. Good morning. Yeah, how do you do? And all the wonderful folks are there, Razum and Derisa and Nika and Nika and the mom, everybody. Good morning, Jeremy and Karim. Yeah, good morning. Is Jeremy or Akim? In case. Good morning. Good morning to all of you. Yeah. Hope everybody in Lamode is doing fine. The Purcell family. Yeah, good morning to you. Beverly, good morning. Yeah, you and the team. Good morning to you all. Saying good morning to Monjalu this morning also. What Monjalu means again? Can't remember now. Monjalu, Marian, Woburn, surrounding areas. Calivini. Coffee. It's Wednesday. It's midweek. Yeah, it's the 11th of the 10th month. Christmas is just around the corner. This time next month, oh my goodness, the place will be a buzz. Checking our Facebook page, Mary Ebanks says, good morning. So too does Catherine Phillip. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Innocent. Please wish Sister Nita a wonderful day today. Sister Nita, a wonderful day to you. Marva Moore says, good morning. Have a blessed, good day. Thank you, Marva. Same to you, same to you, same to you. I hope, I wish everybody could just be happy, Good morning, good morning. Someone says, good morning. Let me see what. In childhood, A for apple, B for ball, C for cat, D for doll, E for elephant. In young age, A for Android, B for Bluetooth, C for currency, D for dance, E for enjoy. In old age, A for... In old age, A for arthritis, B for blood pressure, C for cholesterol, D for diabetes, E for emergency. I love this. Oh, wow. What age are you in, man? I know my father laughing this one. Joe, which one are you in? Marcus Williams, Jealous Mountain, okay, thank you very much. Jealous Mountain, Manjalo. Okay, thank you. All right, in old age, A for arthritis, B for blood pressure, C for cholesterol, D for diabetes, and E for emergency. This is funny, oh. And nonetheless, folks, let's man, Grenada, we just have a way of doing it, I like this one. Joe, which one are you on? All right, now someone send this for me every morning. If you're not being treated with love and respect, check your price tag. Perhaps you have marked yourself down. It's you who tells people what you're worth by what you accept. Get off the clearance rack and get behind the glass where they keep all the valuables. That's where you belong. Yeah. You're paid what you're asked for, okay? Raise your words, not your voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder. That is well, let us get a singing them. I love my people. I really do. All right? Let's get with the program, though, or else we'll get left behind. And 22 minutes on to 7 o'clock, it's time for the word for the day. And the word for the day today, it is a noun. It is the word voracity. Voracity, it is spelled V-O-R-A-C-I-T-Y, voracity. And what voracity refers to, or what it means, it is an immoderate eagerness or enthusiasm for something, or to an intense desire to eat or consume something. All right, voracity again, V-O-R-A-C-I-T-Y. And it refers to an immoderate eagerness or enthusiasm for something, or to an intense desire to eat or consume something. Now here's how we can use it in sentences. Elena reads books with a voracity that requires multiple weekly visits to the library. She reads them with an eagerness, a level of passion and enthusiasm. All right, here's another way we can use that word. After 10 straight hours of driving, Marv ate his late dinner with a voracity that would impress a wolverine. Boy, that one is a low blow, boy. He ate it like he gulped it and he swallowed it like a little brown dog up in the mountain in Mount Agnes. Good morning, Mount Agnes. Red Bull and the team, good morning to Yvette and your son. Good morning, everybody. Are they good? Yeah, Mr. Robert Cobbs, how you doing? Nice. Good morning. Like I keep saying, I hope the Prime Minister is looking at what's happening, the voluntary work that is going on in his constituency, not necessarily as Prime Minister, but as the MP for the constituency of St. David. You need to drive through Pomrose and go up Mount Agnes area, where Red Bull and the guys, they come together every weekend and they do a general cleanup drive. So the road workers that have to be paid, they can be sent elsewhere, because Red Bull and his team, they are cleaning up the whole Mount Agnes area and they need the recognition for that. All right, Red Bull and your team, keep up the good works, man. Community spirit at its best. Nadisha, here's your word. Here's your thought for the day. Good morning to Cafe, Louis and Miss Holmes and the family. Good morning, Papa Jerry and all the folks. Jonesy, all the Joneses, Dwayne and everybody. Good morning. That's the folks in Crochet, the Crochet service station. Good morning, Mr. McQueen and your team. Good morning to Nakita and Ryan and the Sanderson family. Good morning to Alwyn, the folks inside of Mama Can. Moyaki, good morning to you. The Mautu family. Good morning. Zing Zing. Hope you all doing fine. All right. Yeah. Good morning, Mami Lyris. Good morning to you also, and of course the Kingman himself. All right. The thought of the day. It says the heart of human excellence often begins to beat when you discover a pursuit that absorbs you, frees you, challenges you, or gives you a sense of meaning, joy, or passion. I like this. The heart of human excellence often begins to beat when you discover a pursuit that absorbs you, frees you, challenges you, or gives you a sense of meaning, joy, or passion. Nice. Nice. Let your heart start beating, okay? Reminding you once again, the hunting season for the manikou, the tattoo, the iguana, the rami, and the monkey. That season was opened on the 1st of October and ends on the 31st of December. Again, I want to admonish you, if you are going onto people's properties to hunt, whether it's for a living or for fun, please ensure that you get the relevant permission. Do not go trespassing, because that is an offense. You can be charged by law, or you can get yourself in problems. All right, good. Nice. We have people in Grenada with licensed firearms, so you can be shot. All right. And having said that, I don't know if you heard of the story, but a Grenadian businessman has been caught and charged in St. Lucia, having found some .22 calibers, bullets, if you want to call them that, in his luggage. He was en route to Barbados and then back to Grenada. A prominent businessman in St. George's, in the city of St. George's, the town of St. George's. Well, St. George's is a town, so the town of St. George, which is St. George's, businessman on Melville Street. Now, he was caught with the possession of ammunition in his luggage in St. Lucia. All right, you'll hear more about that as the time elapses. Okay, again, congratulations to Team Grenada. We're celebrating our netballers this morning. They won the ECCB OECS netball, is OECS, but one of the tournaments, the regional tournaments recently. Good morning to Kathy and your team again. All right. Also look forward to the mathematics workshop for secondary school teachers that will be facilitated by Singapore's renowned mathematics guru, Dr. Yap Banhar. Yes. All right. Okay. That comes up. That's being done collaboratively. The Methodist Church of Grenada and the Ministry of Education. All right. Corn Festival is on in Carriacou for the 8th year. All right. It's a great family event. Try and be there. Okay. I know yesterday you heard the news from Mr. John Crow. All right, the Grenadian living out there in the diaspora. Well, he's claiming that benevolent move that he always makes might just come to an end because he's not getting mutually agreeing people in Grenada to realize that this is a gift that they need to embrace. I mean, simple things as, finding a warehouse to bring the things, to store the things when he brings them. I find that can be arranged. Mr. John Crow, let me speak on behalf of the people. Don't turn down that initiative. Don't close it down. The relevant people will get to you, all right? Grenada needs you. Okay? We need you. We really do. So don't shut it down. All right, Mr. John Crow, we love you. We thank you. We appreciate that, that human and humble effort. And we don't want to see it get out of our calendar, So please, all right, reconsider. Okay, we also heard that a new date, that is October 31st, has been set for the launch of activities to celebrate Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence. Those are the buzzing stories this morning. This morning, I do have a guest. I will be joined by Miss LexAnn Fletcher to promote an activity that she's got coming up, Project You. So we look forward. It's a kind of chauvinistic program, understand what I'm saying? I mean it in no derogatory way, but it's a project that is aimed at promoting the women, projecting the woman. All right, so it's Project You, that's the name of it, and LexAnn will be with me this morning from just around 7 o'clock. So we have a little window of opportunity for a conversation. All right, Marcus, okay. Yulin Alexander says, good morning, Gordon. Good morning, Grenada. Karakupidi Matnik. Blessings to all on this wonderful Wednesday. Have a blessed, safe day ahead, everyone from New York. Anne-Marie Thomas, good morning, Grenada. One love, yeah. Harry Noel, good morning. GBN morning, Harry. Sylvina Charles, good morning, Innocent, and everyone. Stay safe, everyone. Good. My brother Arthur Langain, my brother coming from your friend. Boy, we are brothers, boy. Stop it. All right. I adore you as my brethren. All right. All the way from Brooklyn, New York. You coming back for Christmas? Bring me some snow ice. All right. Frances Buckmeyer. Good morning, Innocent. Blessings as always. Thank you. Naomi Joseph. Good morning. Have a wonderful day. Naomi, how come you come Joseph? All right. All right. Okay. Good morning, Naomi. Best wishes to Denzel George today. I'm in old age. Just lost my daughter, so this made me laugh. Okay. All right, Miss Wall. Hope you're doing fine. Folks, this is where we take the break. We've got the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather forthcoming here on Classic. If you are on the television platform, however, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. Stick and stay with us. We're with you anywhere and everywhere.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide, to light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Thanks for joining us. A 26-year-old bus conductor of Penmata St. David is seeking legal redress after being brutalized by police during an incident in his community on October 1. Isha Paul has this latest development. The content you're about to view is graphic and can be disturbing to some viewers. Discretion is advised.
God, oh God. I'm going upstairs. Oh God, stop it!
A video of the shocking incident was widely circulated on social media, eliciting outrage and calls for justice. Attorney Jerry Edwin has been retained to seek legal damages for 26-year-old Devon Arnold, a bus conductor of 12 years.
For reasons which I think have aggravated the beating which this young man underwent. After he was beaten in the video and brought to the police van, he was beaten again. You see, there are no cell phones in the back of the police van. And then he was dumped unceremoniously at the Mongay Psychiatric Center, only to be released on Saturday morning, only for the officers to tell him, forget about it, don't worry about it. No, that's not the way we work in democratic societies. That's not the way it's going to work in this case.
Edwin could not confirm if Arnold was clinically evaluated during his 6-day stay at Mount Gay. However, he noted that this was his first time being admitted as a patient.
My client, young Mr. Arnold, has never, ever been a patient at the Mongay Psychiatric Center. He has never been diagnosed as anyone with any psychiatric problem.
Devon Arnold, who has limited cognition and a slight speech impediment, says he was very cooperative when approached by the officers.
I do nothing wrong.
Attorney Edwin says this is not the first time his client has suffered abuse at the hands of the police.
The police previously had assaulted him, brought charges against him. The charges were lodged in the number 1 court. But after the magistrate interrogated the facts or the allegations, that matter was dismissed.
The Royal Grenada Police Force has since responded, denouncing the actions displayed in the video by the officer in question, who has been placed on temporary leave with pay and benefits intact. Attorney Edwin is also calling for a psychiatric assessment of the officer in question. He has also expressed the view that the other officers who observed the beating should not escape culpability. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Meanwhile, attorney-at-law Jerry Edwin says the recent beating of Devon Arnold highlights the need for the RGPF to train its officers in de-escalation techniques and the handling of individuals with communication challenges.
The failure of the Royal Grenada Police Force to train its officers in de-escalation. In the case of persons who are not cognitively, like the rest of us, able to respond quickly, they understand, but they are slow in responding. The police exact force to get an answer.
Edwin says the RGPF must look closely at these occurrences.
It means that our GPF must look closely at this. We've seen, for example, young Mr. Carrington last year in River Road, who was shot and killed by the police because they did not understand what the young man was saying to them. The RGPF must really consider having as part of its response officers who are trained in de-escalating events. They are taking the force in Royal Grenada Police Force, they are taking that word literally and battering our citizens without cause.
He offered this advice to police officers.
If you recognize, officer, that a young man is a little slow, then you're patient with him. Then you treat him with more care. You don't beat him like he's a bad habit, like he's an animal. But there is a culture here where law enforcement feels empowered to strike persons who they think have committed an offense. It is why we have a constitutional motion right now to ban this culture of flogging, because we think it emanates, this knee-jerk reaction, this comfort that the officer had that he could just beat this young man, we think is much more deep-seated.
The constitutional motion is set to be heard in the High Court on October 26. St. Lucian police have charged Grenadian Francis David Lincoln Richards with possession of ammunition and attempting to export ammunition. The rest of the details in this report.
A Grenadian national is awaiting sentencing in another Caribbean island. Information reaching our news desk revealed that the male individual was detained just moments before boarding a flight to Barbados with onward travel to Grenada. GBN understands that the Criminal Investigation Department, the CID, on the island of St. Lucia received a report of possession of ammunition at the George F.L. Charles Airport, and subsequently 43-year-old Grenadian Francis David Lincoln Richards was arrested in relation to this discovery last Friday. It is reported that during the routine luggage screening of Mr. Francis Richards' belongings, 25 rounds of .22 caliber ammunition were discovered and seized. As a result, Francis Richards was arrested and subsequently charged with possession of ammunition and attempting to export ammunition. He was presented before the 1st District Court in St. Lucia, where he pleaded guilty to both charges. A date has been scheduled for sentencing. Christina John, GBN News.
All right, this story to report. Management of the Grenada Postal Corporation is anticipating a meeting with union representatives by year-end or early next year to address outstanding issues relating to their workers. More in this report.
Director of the Grenada Postal Corporation, Randall Robinson, is optimistic that issues surrounding workers at GPC will soon end. According to Robinson, they are quite aware of the challenges faced by workers when it comes to contract and salary negotiations. He said they are working towards creating better working conditions for employees as they have almost completed job evaluations.
It's been, staff have been here on contract for probably the last 6 years, most people, and so at salaries that I think we could do better on, but the point is we have contracts now. Hopefully after this all contracts come to an end in December 31st. So we're hoping that we can sit with the union, and especially right now we're involved in a job evaluation exercise, and we hope that after that we could get a fair idea as to what is happening, and really try to do right by staff, salary-wise, conditions-wise, and so on.
Robinson said it is expected that by year-end or early next year, they will be able to start discussions on the next step to the regularizations of workers.
Yeah. By the end, well, we set up to try to make these things happen. By the end, we should have the job evaluation exercise done, and then we really get into the to the negotiations and all of that. And we're hoping that we can, if it does not happen at the end of the year, because believe you me, we're in October already, and the end of the year is near, right? But we will be finished with the job evaluation exercise, and as I explained to staff and the union, perhaps we may have a holdover for a few months into the new year so that we could get all our ducks in a row, understand what it is, because you would understand too our finances, and so we have to look at all of that. There's falling revenues all around.
GBN spoke to President of the Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes, to get a comment on Robinson's statement.
Like I said, since that little industrial protest that we had on, was it the 3rd of July? Yeah, since that time, we have had a couple meetings with the management. A lot was said, both parties got to understand each other a little better, and promises were made. But I have enough experience in trade unionism to know that promises does not or do not put bread on the table. So we'll be monitoring with keen eyes to see the trajectory of the management and the board in relation to how they treat with workers. Again, salary increases, salaries are so low. It's really, really tough. They're very, very low, and they're looking for job security. So we hope that the director of Post, Mr. Robinson, keeps to his word and gives increases sooner rather than later to the workers, as well as job security.
For GBN News, I am Rena Thomas reporting.
Officials of the Public Workers Union say protest action taken by mental health workers will continue despite a slight shift in negotiations. Rena Thomas continues to follow this story.
Protest action continues as mental health workers prolong their call for government to address outstanding issues hindering workers from doing their full duty. The workers began mild industrial action on September 25th wearing union T-shirts to protest what they claim to be scant courtesy given by the authorities in the Ministry of Health in response to their grievances. These issues include improper compensation as they are not paid a traveling allowance despite doing over 700 miles of travel per month in their respective areas, lack of tools to fulfill their job requirements, unpaid claims, and understaffing. President of the Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes, says the Ministry of Health only paid 5 of the 10 mental health workers their mileage for 2 months in 2022, with a remaining 10 months payment outstanding.
Currently, as we speak, the workers are still on protest as regards some of the issues that they face. Yesterday, on the 9th of October, received correspondence from the PS in the Ministry of Health, and we found out that 5 of the 10 workers have received the mileage that they claim for in September, October of last year. So that is 50% of them.
He said the remaining 5 workers are yet to receive any payments and no indications were made as to when they will receive their money. He indicated that there are still other outstanding issues that need to be addressed.
The union, in responding to the permanent secretary in terms of that information, we confirmed with the workers, thanked the PS, but there are other issues. All of them are low-hanging fruit, in fact, but there are other issues in regarding to the classification of the worker, the tools, meaning the cell phones and so forth, so that they can do their much important duty to the nation in terms of serving the public, administering medicine and taking care of the mentally challenged and people with psychosis and so forth. Yes, we are doing all of that. But those other issues, apart from part payment of the mileage allowance, are still out there.
Grimes accused Health Minister Jonathan Larkret of refusing to meet with the union, adding that he has not responded to the numerous requests for discussions on the matter. He said another appeal is being made.
So now we asked, apart from correspondence that we wrote, we asked that we get a hearing, a sit-down with the Minister of Health, Honorable Jonathan Larkret. To date, we have not got that. And we are confident that a social dialogue between the Minister of Health and the union will most likely bring an end to this impasse. And we are puzzled, the workers are puzzled, the union is very, very puzzled as to why there seems to be an avoidance to sitting with the union from the ultimate authority in the Ministry of Health.
The mental health workers are expected to continue the protest action until the issues are resolved. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Now, Mungay Hospital will undergo reconstruction in the coming months. This was revealed by Permanent Secretary with responsibility for hospital services, Naomi Jeremiah, during today's World Mental Health Day March.
Police officers, Ministry of Health employees, friends of the mentally ill, the Drug Avoidance Department in the Ministry of Education, stakeholders and supporters, with musical accompaniment from the Happy Hill Secondary School Drum Corps, were all part of the World Mental Health Day Public Awareness March held this morning in St. George. Held under the universal theme, Mental Health is a Universal Human Right, the march emphasized breaking the stigma associated with mental health. The march commenced at the Bruce Street Mall through Melville Street and River Road and climaxed at the Mungay Mental Institution.
This year, as you know, we had declared this year as a year of mental health and wellness. And today we want to send the message that mental health can attack anybody at any time. And we should treat our mentally ill patients with love and dignity and with patience and care and let them feel part of society. So we are here to ensure that our mental health institution and the motto and the aim and the mission of the Ministry of Health
Permanent Secretary with responsibility for hospital services, Naomi Jeremiah, said one of the issues affecting the institution will soon be addressed.
I would like to on this note say also that the Monge Mental Hospital will be soon refurbished. We had signed the agreement with the CDB, Caribbean Development Bank, to upgrade the mental institution, and very soon you will see a lot of work that will be taking place at the Monge Mental Hospital.
The PS spoke of overcrowding as a challenge at the facility and alternative arrangements that will be made for housing some residents.
So we have issues with overcrowding at the hospital. Now that we have additional space at the Richmond Home Institution, the strategy is to ensure that persons who've been there for years, sometimes because they are mentally ill, the families neglect them at the Monge Hospital. So that institution has become a home to them, where they make their daily living there. So those who are mentally stable and the family have abandoned them, we have decided to house them at the Richmond Institution. As you know, with that, we can do proper refurbishment and we are able to have space for the inmates that are there so that we can have care. We have shortages in terms of the HR needs, but we are working tediously towards remedying that situation.
Recognizing that depression is a growing mental health concern, the Ministry of Social and Community Development also conducted a depression testing event at the ministerial complex earlier today. Christina John, GBN News.
The National Science Fair resumes after a 5-year hiatus. 65 projects from 45 schools throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique will be on display on October 18, 2023, from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. The theme for this year's fair is Water and Energy Strategies, the Key to Sustainable Development. Projects will encompass preschool, primary, secondary, and tertiary, MCC and NULO age division levels. The science categories include the blue economy, marine-related projects, flora and fauna, terrestrial, animal and plant species projects, agriculture, food and soil-related projects, waste, recycling grey water, and waste management. Not forgetting, of course, renewable energy sources. The Grenada Broadcasting Network is providing the platform for children to express themselves as we recognize Child Month using the GBN ISOR platform. Stay with us.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISOR is brought to you by Clear Vision.
In tonight's ISOR, we continue our focus on Child Month. The message tonight, every child has different abilities. Every child is unique in his or her own way. Some are differently abled. Meet Shading Forsyth, a student at the Bonaire Government School, and he has a Child Month awareness message to share with us tonight on our GBN ISOR platform.
Hello, I'm Shading Forsyth. I have both autism and ADHD. When people look at me, they see a boy who is 10 years old. A brown-skinned boy with black hair who is spinning a propeller. They see Jordan Densia, Forsyth's only son. School can be very challenging for me. Sometimes I try my best, but it just isn't easy. I sometimes put things down and can't remember where I put them. I lose things like my water balls and my pencils. I can't write too fast or too neat, but sometimes when I do, it doesn't look too good. It makes me feel very nervous. However, I am very good at reading. It helps me write better. I am also very good at floating, which makes me very happy. I want to be a zoologist like the crab ruffers because they explore, rescue animals, and they even protect them. I'm a grade 5 student at Bonaire Government School, and my school helps helps me to reach my goals because it teaches me general science and a zoologist needs to know about animals.
The theme for Child Month 2023 is Every Child Matters. See me, value me. Continue to share with us your photo and video submissions of your activities to mark Child Month at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Introducing the NIS Dream Loan, where possibilities are boundless and your aspirations are our priority. No matter where life takes you, NIS Dream Loans are here to make your dreams a reality. From purchasing your first plot of land or dream property to renovating spaces, building your home, and seamlessly switching mortgages, we cater to every step of your journey. And here's what sets us apart. We offer easy financing options with competitive interest rates, quick approval processes, and flexible repayment terms. So why wait? Apply now and let our dedicated NIS team guide you through this exciting journey. Visit nisgrenada.org/dream loan or call 440-3309 to book an appointment. Terms and conditions apply. Your dream awaits.
Corn! Yes, we're back! It's the 7th Annual Corn Festival going down on Sunday, October 29th at the popular Footprint Bar behind Sand. Corn will be in all forms and fashions, from asham to roast corn to boiled corn, pay me to conky to corn soup and much more. With loads of entertainment and games for everyone. So be there from 2 p.m. because there will be loads of beach games, dominoes, maypole dancing, and string band music. Mark your calendar and make sure you're part of Cornfest 2023 on Sunday, October 29th at Footprint Bar, Lauriston, Carriacou. Our partners for this event are the Grenada Tourism Authority, the Antillean Group, Ministry of Carriacou and Petty Martinique Affairs, National Lotteries Authority, Ariza Credit Union, Massa, Grenadine Airways Limited, and Classic Caribbean Lighted. Cornfest 2023, October 29th. I'll see you there.
Climate change is real, bringing hotter days and less rain. Less rain means less water, so it's crucial for us to conserve water at home. When washing my vehicle, I use a bucket with rainwater that I have stored. This is how I save water. What are you waiting for?
You want to get an insight into your life? Are you willing to find astrological solutions? Master Shivrudra, the world's best psychic and spiritual healer with competency in other services too. He has guided many people who are going through a situation to find solutions to their problems and use astrological remedies for positivity. He provides services to get your ex-love back, negative energy removal, family problem solutions, health problem, and many more.
He located at Grenada STT, George's. Call him or WhatsApp +1 for 735375939.
good morning, viewers, listeners, and all those of you who are with us out there in the diaspora, wherever you are viewing and listening to us from on the network. It's time for the conversation, and as I told you earlier this morning, I'm joined by the beautiful Miss LexAnn Fletcher. Lexi, good morning.
How are you doing? Good morning. Good morning, Gordon. Morning to all your committed viewers and listeners. Good morning, everyone.
I want to go a little nostalgic. Do you remember the early years in the radio under Paul Roberts' house in Springs?
How can I forget? Good morning, Brother Paul Roberts.
Yeah, that's the first time I met you. That's a lot. That's about 1991, somewhere 1990.
Yeah, it could have been right on the cusp of, after my experience with Queen Show.
Yeah, right. You were coming from the Queen Show.
Yeah, and I started getting little experiences here and there for hosting events. That was major stepping stone for me.
Yeah, I remember those years. That time Paul training me. Pablo, they said I was a man with the longest hands in goalkeeping. Yeah, but he's a veteran. He's a stalwart. Good morning, bro.
Good times.
All right. So, LexAnn, you're here this morning to project you. All right, project you. I want a backdrop on that. And as I was telling you prior to coming on air, I gave you a little bashing this morning. I said it's a chauvinistic program. Why would you project the women and leave the men behind? Because we're supposed to be equal. The ladies are pushing for equality nowadays. They want equal pay for equal work, which I agree with. So if you're projecting the women, you have to project the men.
I get you, but look at it this way. I've learned in all my years of being blessed with this life that I no longer multitask. It's exhausting. So we work on the ladies first, and then we work on the men after, right? That makes sense.
And then the third episode would be them coming together to see how the projection has been for both sides.
Hey, listen, you're already giving me ideas already.
No, well, that's pro bono. That's
there
pro bono.
There you go.
I love it. So tell us about it. What's pushing you to? What's driving you beyond this?
Yes. So, and I love the fact that you say project, and it's not actually project, but I love project as well, because that means you're just pushing and catapulting, but it's project, and it's a project that projects women.
I like the projected thing. Yeah, the fun with the words.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. And I've always, with my career, I love inspiring. I love inspiring with the interviews that I've done and with the interviews that I continue to do. And just about 3.5 years ago, I made a promise to myself. I said, there is something that I'd love to do that must encapsulate women, celebrating women, inspiring women, empowering women. And women covers all facets of women, not just a specific age group or, it's young women, middle-aged, the older woman, because look at it this way. We are by design, we're nurturers. We always take care of everything. We make sure, listen, if my children get sick, I forget everything else and I shift my focus because this is what we do, And I said, sometimes we really need to pour from a full cup and we don't do it.
Yeah.
I have been, and I think I'm the perfect poster girl because pulling this event off, the very first one, pulling it off, and everybody who would do event management and host an event can tell you, it takes a lot from you.
A lot of energy.
It's a lot of energy, and it's not just the physical aspect. I mean, the mental, just everything that is happening here. Excuse me, you're wondering, am I making the right choices here? Are the folks going to come out to support this? Da, da, da. All these things are going through your head, and all these things are going through my head. And I'm like, there's so much going on. And then I figured, listen, I thought about the Project You vision where we would get to bring women in one space. One room, one space, women inspiring women, women empowering women, celebrating women with women. And then I made a few calls. I reached out to some people that, you can pick up the phone and call and say, listen, I have this idea. Do you think it's going to make sense? And lo and behold, everybody said, go for it. And if I tell you this, I've held back doing this for so long because I too second guess myself sometimes. I too have that self-doubt. I'm like, man, is this going to work? You know? And after that call, I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then I made some more important calls. I reached out to a lot of my networks that I would have developed relationships with so many people during the span of 15 years, just from meeting them through, whether it's doing an interview or anything at all. And I said, listen, I have this idea. Would you love to share your story? Because the stories are the important aspects of this event. Gordon, we all have stories to share.
Of course.
We all, every single one of us, We have all went through that dark tunnel. We've all went through a rough patch, where we could have just used some good, solid support system, boy, or even just listening to someone unpack where they've been, what they've been through, and then where they got to,
Well, that's the reason why, I keep pushing that narrative here. You must go through the mess to have the message.
You got to.
You must go through the test to have the testimony. And I am not regretful for any of the dark tunnels that have been. Sometimes they get longer than I would like them to be.
Yes.
But the longer the dark tunnel, the brighter is the light when you get out of it.
Yeah.
And people need to be sharing this.
Absolutely. And that's what listen, a lot of people are asking the question, a lot of women, are asking, why should I attend? Why should you attend? Because in one way or the other, someone's story will be relatable to everyone in that room. Whether they've been affected by something directly, indirectly, or whether they've known someone that's been through it. These are the stories and the conversations that are so important. And let's look at it. Let's look at this. And I don't want to sound boastful in this setting right now, but we don't have enough of these types of conversations.
No, we have the melee and the people's business and the derogatory comments on the social media and so forth. People don't converse positively anymore.
We need that, and it breaks my heart because the thing is, listen, I have two daughters. One's 10, the other is 19. And you're thinking, listen, we didn't have all this exposure to all these conversations online, and it is affecting us in so many ways and affecting them worse, right? And just simple communication. I was joking with a friend the other day. I said, it's crazy. I know of a young man who had a great job, but he didn't last in the job because he had anxiety attacks. He couldn't deal with people. He didn't know how to talk to them. He was always scared because this has now become the new conversation piece, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm talking, yo, Gordon, what's up?
Yeah. A bus conductor called his driver on the phone on the same bus, He's sitting here, the driver calling me, I change in front there.
Oh, Lord. I tell you, well, it is a smart phone controlling us, boy. But we have to be mindful, and this is where Project U, this is where it came from. There were many observations, like I said, I made many observations. I'm what you call a silent observer. I watch, I make notes, and then I figured nothing works. There's no change if you don't take the action. And me taking the action is saying, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to get it done. I have some phenomenal people who've supported me, who've said, we are behind you. We're behind you 100% from the get-go.
And that's important.
And that is so important.
It's important for the support, one, but it also shows the relevance of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But you said something that ties in well with the thought that I had for the day today.
Oh, I missed your thought this morning. I was getting ready.
It says the heart of human excellence often begins to beat when you discover a pursuit that absorbs you, frees you, challenges you, or gives you a sense of meaning, joy, or passion.
And one more word, purpose.
Purpose.
Because I always tell people, that's beautiful. I always tell people, yes, people know me for what I do, but I think that there's so much more in... like the saying goes, I still got some gas in the tank, you know what I mean?
A whole lot.
And I feel like, it should not stop from what I generally do on a daily, weekly basis. But I wanted to take it a step further, and I think there's so much more that I can do and give and just be purposeful, more purposeful. And this event, which is God's Health Strength, there's going to be many more after this, Gordon, because I'm already driven by the feedback by the collaborators, contributors who've come on board. And just even talking about it in settings like these, because then you realize, listen, man, I'm just so passionate about this thing, you know. I am so excited about it, and I really want women to come out and listen to the conversations. And I can assure you and promise you, it's not going to be a boring 5.5 hours at the Annex in the Trade Center. Come Sunday, this Sunday, October 15th.
Okay, so folks, you heard it. It's this Sunday, October 15th at the Annex of the Grenada Trade Center.
1 p.m.
1 p.m. Now tell us some of the people who are going to be there.
Oh, yes, yes.
You've got some very prolific speakers and so forth.
I do. And I wanted, this being the first, I don't want people to misunderstand the concept and the model of Project U. It's not just about Grenadian women. The grand scope of it, it's about women. It doesn't matter who you are, your life background, you know, where you were born, it doesn't matter. But for this, the first, I felt it was very important to have an all-Grenadian lineup. So I have three amazing Grenadian sisters who are coming in to the island.
From the diaspora coming in.
Two of which will be the keynote speakers. So we start the lineup with opening keynote address, and then we close with a closing keynote address. And we have Chanel Frederick. Chanel, amazing young woman in makeup artistry. She's a professional. She's also a beauty educator, and she is from St. Patrick. And she has a story. Does she have a story? I think her story fits in perfectly with so much of our, should I say, ancestors and older generations who've packed their bags, moved away, seeking bigger opportunities, and then things happen. That's all I'll say.
Life happened.
Life happened. Yeah. And even more. So she has a story to share. People think it's just about her and the joys of doing celebrity makeup on all these faces
and the bright
US.
Smile.
Yeah, it's not. It's about the backstory of each of these women, and she has a strong one to share. Then there's also Miss Marguerite Estwick. What a lady. I don't think she likes me to mention the fact that she was once Carnival Queen in the 70s. But what a woman. And here's a lady. Two different women from very, different background, different stories. She has been a top vice president of human resource management in one of a major companies in the Caribbean. She has really broken some glass ceilings, and she's going to bring a lot of her experience, her journey as a wife, a mother, and having to be in a major corporation, a VP of a major company, the balancing act, and the emotional intelligence that comes with that, being a woman in that realm. She's going to bring that story.
The surname Estwick, I haven't heard it in Grenada, so it's in Barbados.
So she was actually Prodam.
All right.
Marguerite Prodam.
Right, yes. Because Estwick, when I hear Estwick...
Barbados, correct.
Yeah, correct. One of my lecturers at the computer college in Barbados was Austral Estwick. So when I hear Estwick, I say that's a Bajan surname.
Indeed. And then the other fantastic lady coming in with them is a young lady that I've known for many years. Her name is Rhoda Hall. And Rhoda... A lot of people know Rhoda as being a guitarist with Youthquake back in the days. Oh my goodness, she was phenomenal. But now Rhoda has should I call it a major transition from studying engineering to now being a financial motivational speaker. Yeah. So she's going to bring to the table the importance of money management, especially in our time with digital economy and AI and all of that. But at the same time, tying it in. And what I should mention, Gordon, is the theme, because I always want to adhere theme to the event. This first one is nurturing wellness, because it is about the balancing act. It's about more so your mental capacity. And I'll come to that because the panel discussion, I've got some heavy hitters, so to speak, 5 women who bring so much to the table. We take a closer look at mental health as it relates to women. It's not just about having an imbalance. It's about a woman having a baby and going through postpartum depression. It's about women who get to a certain age, 50s or just before, getting ready to go into that menopausal period. That has a tremendous effect on our mental health. It's also about fitness and nutrition, the importance of treating your body right so you get that right balance with the right food and the right exercise program. There's also gender-based violence.
I was
and
waiting.
I'm gonna call the names.
I was waiting when it would come up. I know it would come up. I was just waiting.
And I should attach the names. I'm so excited here, but I should attach the names. The fitness and nutrition contributor will be a lovely lady, fit as ever, called Nikita Henry. There's also the gender-based violence educator, dear lady, Miss Elaine Henry McQueen.
My good friend from St. Patrick.
She is going to bring some really thought-provoking, enlightening discussions to how gender-based violence, of course, can affect a woman and her mental state. And I did mention also, I just lost my train of thought there, but I did mention also that health, menopausal and all of that. I have internists and
women's
wellness. Yes. Dr. Keisha Lowe, Brooks Smith Lowe is going to be joining us as well. Sarana Mitchell, who, is a mental health advocate, and Sarana has an incredible story. She has been making the rounds, speaking about her passion for advocating for mental health and also her memoir, because she really, she's deep. She's got a real story, to share. And I feel like I'm forgetting someone.
It's not me.
Not you, but we're going to get to that in a second. I do feel like I'm forgetting one of my ladies on my panel, but I think I did call them also. It's Dr. Keisha Lowe and Nikita Henry with Fitness Nutrition, Sarana as an advocate. Also, Miss Elaine Henry McQueen, and yes, I am forgetting someone because it's 5. It's 5 of them. My apologies. If that lady's looking at the program right now, please forgive me. Go ahead and have me talking here and clear my throat constantly early in the morning, but I will find in a second. I got to go to my notes.
You'll be getting a cancellation note.
Oh gosh, don't you dare say that. There she is, Miss Shauna Cuffey. Yes. Miss Shauna Cuffey, clinical therapist, who I've had the opportunity to sit with Shauna and during an interview segment once, and she as well is really deep. She really breaks it down and she takes it bit by bit for you to understand the whole makeup of a woman's mind and how mental health is so important.
So she really could teach us men how to understand a woman?
No, that is a very good question. I don't know if it was rhetorical, but yes.
Oh, wow. I won the book.
Listen. So it's going to be amazing. And then I've tossed in a couple light segments in there. We have three powerhouses. I have Tamara Songbird, I have Sanaika McKee, and I have Laura Lisa. We're all contributing in entertainment. I call it empowerment through entertainment.
Oh, they're awesome.
They're awesome. Yeah. And I've just added 2 more.
Okay.
To the lineup. Carlene Perriman Rouse, powerful lady. She brings a lot of conversations, but it's really about spoken word. So she's going to open the show with, or the event for that matter, with spoken word or poetry, with a strong. And then I also have a testimonial. I have another powerful lady who's going to share her first-hand experience in what can happen when you don't pay attention to your wellness. So that is, I'm looking forward to that. Her testimony is going to be an amazing one.
Well, the event itself, that Project You, it's I mean, I know great things come from you, but this one is a little, it leaves me in awe.
It does.
How did you come up with this? I mean, my dubbing it chauvinistic this morning was just provocative.
That's fine. That's fine.
Just provocative. But it's important that someone takes that initiative, because people need, and I'm certain that I always say Grenada is a copycat society. So someone will find a way to create something for the men now, which would not be a bad copycat something.
Not at all.
Because my personal opinion, I think too much time is spent on the negatives, and not enough time is spent promoting goodness, wellness, development, and so forth. So this is a remarkable initiative. Let me ask this.
Thank you.
Is there a cost for it?
Yes. So tickets, we do have tickets available. They're $100. It's a Sunday. So most people may have prepped lunch and all of that. Not like me, I cook late on Sundays. But anyway.
Really?
But we do have a package deal, meaning refreshments available. You can have cold beverages, tea, coffee, whatever your heart desires. And we're gonna have those little breaks in between, so you can get refreshed. And we do have what I've called a self-care station. We have a handful of companies and partners who are going to showcase services that are considered wellness, so we have a gynecologist and an oncologist that's going to be there. We have someone with tasty teas. We have some fitness nutrition bits. We also have our key sponsor, because this event is really supported strongly by a beautiful lady, Grenadian sister again, premium sponsor, and Style Beauty. So she's going to showcase some of her fabulous products as well.
All right. Well, I'll give you the opportunity, of course, because an event like that is not pulled off easily. So I would like you to, how we say it locally, big up your sponsors.
Absolutely.
Because it will be remiss of you if you don't.
It will be remiss. I do not want to become. I don't want to be, I'm just going through my notes here, folks. Forgive me, because I think it's so important. These events, you absolutely must mention your sponsor. But I did mention a minute ago, and Style Beauty. And Style Beauty is based in the U.S., but it is an amazing. I call her boss lady. She's been running a successful business that caters to women's self-care in skincare.
Okay.
In skincare. So that's Style Beauty. I also want to say thank you to Classic Lighting, Caribbean Classic Lighting, the team. There's also Spice Isle Jewelry. Thank you so much to the team at Spice Isle Jewelry, and also Koyaba Beach Resort, one of the best on the island. When you're thinking of intimacy and just the comfort and right on the beach, thank you so much to Koyaba. We also have Success Investment Agencies. Thank you so much. A lady who's just started up and coming business of many agencies put together, and she's always believed. She's one of those people that always, you have those people that always believe in you no matter what.
Yeah.
And they always say, anything and anytime that you're doing anything,
let me know.
You let me know. And that's one of those ladies. I also have International Support Group, a fantastic brother-sister team. Thank you so much. They know who they are. Another group of people who, the drop of a hat, if I need support with anything, they are right there. Sol Petroleum, thank you so much. Hubbard's has been a real crucial game changer for me. They're going to assist with my set design and all of that. I'm so excited. And there's also Glenelg. We got to stay calm, refreshed in the environment. But I really want to thank and also to we have giveaways as well, because you can't do something for women and not give away something. So
I'm glad you said it.
We have massage giveaways, we have skincare, and I want to let the ladies know that are watching, our phenomenal makeup professional who's coming coming in. She's not leaving Grenada until Tuesday, and we want to award a woman a makeover. Compliments Chanel Frederick. So it's going to be exciting.
Okay. All right. Well, LexAnn, before you run off, Sharon Bartholomew says, thank you, LexAnn, for putting that seminar together. If I was in Grenada, I would definitely attend. Sonia Mathlin Scott says, interesting program. I would love to be there. There's someone else, Mildred Scott says she's sending love to LexAnn.
Thank you.
All right. And
thank you.
So, well, of course, GBN would like to, I included, would like to wish you all the best. I mean, no matter, we as men, we are not invited to this one, but wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I look forward to a follow-up to it,
yes.
you know, and just another pro bono advice. You can make it an annual event.
It will be. Oh, I've already started planning. I've already set the theme for next year's event already.
Okay.
And I've already started conversations with women who can contribute to the next lineup. So that's what I'm telling you. It feels right. It feels so right that I'm ready to take it and run with it. I've started running with it. But again, I want to say thank you to Grenada Broadcasting Network for the opportunity. Thank you to everyone who've come on board. Folks, you can get your tickets online. I need to mention this, sorry. Go to FET and also Grenadian Optical. Thank you so much to Zia Buxo and the team. But this is, you know, I really appreciate this. And again, thank you so much to everyone for the support and the feedback. And again, for women who are thinking, you know, this is not for me, it's not for me. It is not a, it is a general, it is an affair that every woman, I'm telling women, you know, bring your mom, bring your grandmom, bring your daughters. You know, because we don't want to exclude this. We don't want to make this. It is a conversation. Listen, my daughter at 19 years old is going to be, by God's grace, a woman in 10 years, in how many years? And there are many things that are affecting us as women, even when we are at that stage in our lives, you know?
Especially that stage,
you know, the decisions we have to make, the decisions that we make. That's right, you know, decisions that affect us in the long run. So these conversations from women who can share, and they're not coming to share as, you know, professionals, and they're coming to share as women, and I mentioned that before, they're coming as women who've been there
and done that
and can say, ladies, sisters, daughters, aunts, everyone, nieces, this is my story. And if they can inspire one person in that group, they would have done a lot.
It's doable.
Absolutely.
It's doable. LexAnn, thank you. And
thank you
all the best.
Much.
And I do hope after the successful project, I would like to hear from you as to what the responses were. And so would you mind coming back and share with us?
I wouldn't mind at all. Definitely. I wouldn't mind at all. And I just want to say before I run off, have a great day, everybody. And to the gentleman that reached out to me via Facebook, he said, I don't know about you, but the minute you're doing one for men, call me. I would like to contribute. So,
that's the level of significance and importance it has. Thank you, Lexi.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Thanks so much.
Folks, we take a break and we'll be back right after this. Don't you go anywhere.
Hi, good day. My name is Kyle Sylvester. I am the manager and founder of Case Farming Enterprise. We're an agro-processing business that are involved in the processing of agricultural goods, where we do bottle seasoning packs, lettuce, kale, and broccoli. Sometimes we as human beings get sick or injured on the job. NS provides a safety net for us. I am here to encourage other entrepreneurs and self-employed persons to sign up under the NIS self-employment program.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi!
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Grenada, get ready. A new season of the Grenada Debates is coming. Informative, impromptu, bright young minds sparking powerful ideas. The Grenada Debates. The Grenada Debates will be broadcasted on GBN TV Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m., Sundays at 4 p.m. Broadcast begins Saturday, October 7th. Tune in.
And so it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Our Climate Reality Key Takeaways is made possible by Republic Bank.
You know, climate change is real. Climate change is everyone's business. And so we all have a role to play towards protecting our health, protecting our livelihoods, so that we could withstand the negative effects which we've listed out tonight towards climate change and towards being exposed to these extreme temperatures.
I want to encourage the residents of this country to take climate change seriously, and also we need to take a stand in terms of some heat thresholds, some actions to affirmative actions to protect our population. And I want to ask our people to please support advocacy for action, and whatever interventions are being put in place, that we adhere to those as well.
You know, extreme heat that we're experiencing, it is one of the many impacts that we can expect to face as it relates to climate change. And, you know, we must all be mindful as it relates to protecting yourself from all of this heat that we're having. Firstly, if you can avoid exposure to the heat, that would be ideal. Ensure that you stay hydrated, right? And ensure that you are looking out for those who are unable to look out for themselves.
Climate change is real. It is here. We must act now.
My name is Alimaka Motley. I've been here doing nail
male since 2017. Me being self-employed, I have realized that paying the NIS benefits me now and even when I retire. By the time I'm 65, I will be receiving contributions back from NIS. So I benefit because I'm self-employed. Anything can happen. If anything happens to you while you're at work, you've got a bad cold, you have the COVID, you have dengue, we have all these diseases that's plaguing us at the moment. NIS will be giving you back some form of money when you're ill. So I would encourage all small business persons to sign up with NIS now.
All right, good morning and welcome back to the conversation. It's 10 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We do have a small gap of time in which we can have a brief conversation. I don't know, what is it you want to get out there? What is it you'd like to talk about? Something that bothered me, I'm not going to set the tone for the conversation this morning. I'd let you talk on what you want, but I am really concerned with that item in the news with the officers and the youngster. I don't want to get into it. I don't know the details of it, but again, this is just some of the things that we have to deal with on a daily basis. The circumstances I am not aware of, but even if, my take is, even if the youngster was in wrong, that's how we deal with, with a human being. I mean, come on. We have a call on the line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph.
Good morning, welcome.
I note with concern that the guest this morning you first introduced it as project. She corrected you, but you continue to make the mistake up to the end. Pay attention to there were a group of verbs, or words, should I say, that based on where the stress falls, it can either be a noun or a verb. In the verb, the stress is on the last syllable. One of these words, address. Another, comment. There are a range of verbs this way. So we have to be absolutely careful when we say things. These characteristics are reflected in the dictionary and also on your computer or what you call it again? Smartphone.
Yeah, but
it is important.
Citizen, that one this morning. I'm
Mr.
happy.
Joseph, let me just finish.
Okay, go right ahead.
So it is important that we correct these things because our aim is to enhance the capacity of the younger ones and even those old as me to express ourselves better. For what it's worth, I do hope that you take note of what I'm saying. Thank you very much and have a nice day, will you?
You too, Citizen, but as I said, that was intentional, right? That was intentional. Project, not project. I decided to do it that way because I know there are different versions of the word. Good morning, caller.
Morning, in a sense, and morning to your listeners and viewers. On the news last night, I heard related to mental health observance yesterday, International Mental Health Day. One of the speakers, or one of the people that was said that mental health can attack anyone at any time. I asked myself, what is mental health? It seems as though this person got it wrong. People are not attacked by mental health. She probably meant to say mental illness. But the radio station, the news people didn't pick up on that. And I think that where you need a little more vigilance. I'm not trying to say that to child as well, but it's misleading. No, let me leave that. My main concern is the carnage that is happening in Gaza. And the possibility of really a world war. Unfortunately, most of the information we're getting from the Western media, BBC and so on, is not really balanced. So we may not realize what is happening. Egypt have just announced that they will remain neutral, and they have asked that the effort to end that thing as soon as possible, whereas the United States lining up to really ensure that Israel finished with the people in Gaza. Is interested also that CARICOM have issued a statement. And I think we should examine the statement compared to the statement that their moves in the UN against Russia when Russia sought to defend itself. They were quick to condemn Russia. I think, we have to be astute, we have to be intelligent, and learn to stand on our own volition, not to have to be kowtowing and making people feel comfortable. Too many lives are being lost on both sides. But just imagine, as one guy said, a former journalist from Palestine said, he didn't know that Gaza was a superpower, to the point that America and the other allies are going to the aid of Israel against Gaza, a little enclave. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. I beg to differ with Mr. Rollo. It is erroneous and incorrect to say that depending on where you put the emphasis on a word, the meaning changes. There is no such rule in the English language. We have homonyms and we have synonyms, but the meaning of a word does not change depending on the accent and the way you pronounce it. So whether you say project or you say project, the meaning is the same. Please do not be intimidated by Mr. Rollo. He does not know everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. 4 minutes on to 8 o'clock. I'm not intimidated. I'm never intimidated. No one intimidates innocent. It just doesn't happen, so no one can intimidate me. What I do know is that I am not perfect, and I am yet to meet a perfect person. I've taught for many years, but even teachers are susceptible to getting things wrong. All right. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning to you.
How you do?
Not too bad, and how are you?
I am thankful for life.
Right, you have a great day. No, some of us might be concerned about the wars between Israel and the Palestinians, and where America interject. But we know, everybody knows that America is the world police. America is the problem in the world right now. They're the ones that undermine countries, and then when it suits them, they intervene. With respect to the guy with the container and the government, I always say it's leadership. Do our leaders know when they are leaders, if they are leaders, and what is the role? Yeah? And so we have a problem there. With respect to the guy and the police, now, if you pay attention to Parliament and the way our leaders behave to each other, opposition and government, it's not funny that we'll have those things from time to time. Our people are damaged. The young people are damaged. They are lost. And so they tend to behave in those ways. But how do we correct that when our leaders continue to fight each other? We're in a lot of trouble. Yeah, we have to take note of those things. If we are to prevent those things from happening, we as leaders have to correct ourselves. Yeah?
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Have a good one yourself. 2 minutes away from 8 o'clock, I will accommodate one final caller. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Gordon.
Welcome. How you do?
Okay, by God's grace. Gordon, I am going to sound like a broken record that's stuck. Okay?
Why?
Everything we're hearing, Gordon, I don't understand how people in this day and age right now, with all what is taking place around the world, do not recognize that the end of time is near, that the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. People just thinking about secularism, everything secular, nothing about God. I listened to the lady this morning, and all all what they're talking about, the Project U. Nothing. The you, the main person in the you is the spirit man. And that once that spirit is not in alignment with this creator, you can do what you want, you're lost. No matter how much effort we make, without Christ, without God, we are lost. And that is the main thing. He said we need to get people to align with God, get people to align with their Creator. It's appointed unto man once to die, and after death is judgment.
Okay.
People must know that they have a life after death. And while they are here, it's the only place and the only time they have to repent and to get ready to meet God. It hurts my heart when I hear people, everything is about second, nothing about God. Okay. No matter who they are, nothing about God. Okay. It is sad.
Thank you, caller.
And I wish I would turn to God.
Thank you. All right, pray for us. Thank you, viewers and listeners. This is where we've got to wrap the program up this morning. We're out of time. I thank you, all those of you who contributed one way or the other. Sharon Bartholomew, I recognize you. And Agnes Dowden, good morning. All right, good morning to all those of you. Antonio, good morning. All those of you who contributed one way or the other, thank you very much. I love you. Bye-bye.